double raise. Donegal OD wants to play this. Yeah, he's going to call with the ace-7 of hearts.
Yeah, OD considering a re-raise there,
He
Simon.
was. He was considering the all-in, but in the end he thought, well, this kid could have a hand here. I'm just going to flat call, and I'm going to have position on him. When the flop comes down, Donegal will be last to act, which means he'll have extra information. Wow.
Middle pair for Donegal OD. An inside straight draw for Simon Ian, Simon.
Bet 1200.
He's representing Ace King. He's glanced down at his chips here, Donegal. He's thinking of pushing.
It's a real field play from Donegal, isn't it? He's chosen just to call. Does he want to see what happens on the turn?
Yeah, he wants to see if he can pick up the flush draw. That's what he's doing. He thinks his 7's good. If a heart comes, you won't get him out of this pot.
That's helped Ian his hand. He now has a pair and a straight draw.
How much is he going to bet?
Bet 1200.
Was OD thinking that if Ian had bet the turn, he would pass?
He was calling for a heart, really, or an ace. I mean, if a heart had come on the turn, I can tell you now that when Simon bet out, Donegal OD would have moved in with a pair with the nut flush draw. But now he's got to make a decision. Is his 7 good? The pair of 7s, are they good? Donegal's got plenty of chips here, Jesse. I mean, if you can afford to just call. Yeah, he's just going to call.
This pot's getting bigger and bigger. Ian needs a 5, a 6, or a 4. And that has changed nothing.
Right, there's 7,000 out there.
Check.
And he's checked. Yeah, he's made the right decision there, Simon Ian, because I'll tell you what, I think if he'd have bet into that pot, Donegal would have definitely called him.
Check, check. Pair of 7s are good. And Ian trying to bluff an immovable object there, an Irishman, Donegal OD, who now is the runaway chip leader. And, you know, Simon Ian has been locked in battle with Ram Vaswani all night long, and it's Donegal OD who taught him a lesson.
A reminder that for a chance to win a trip to Las Vegas, courtesy of partypoker.com, answer the following question. Where is the World Series of Poker held? Is it A, London, B, Monte Carlo, or C, Las Vegas? Go to channel4.com/poker to enter.
Pass. Pass.
Ian on the button, the strong, steady
Right.
move, taking the play away from the blinds, and he's found a bullet.
Yeah, well, we wondered how low he needed to go to push in, and 4,300 he decided was the figure.
Oh, OD's called. Ian may be in trouble here. Pocket pair for Donegal OD, and Simon Ian, desperation ace right now.
That's a good call by Donegal. I mean, like, that's the hand he wants to see, really. An ace with a smaller kicker than a 6. Could have been even money, but Donegal, in fact, is a 60-40 favourite.
Right you are. OD still's got 10,000 back. Ian needing the ace. There's the 4!
Oh, wow! We all thought he needed an ace, but in actual fact, if the flop brings 2 4s, that's usually enough.
Ian looking like he is going to be back in this one in a serious way. Anything but a 6. And he will be in high heaven.
Well, that's it. Simon Ian has doubled up. He got his timing right. Donegal OD made a very good call there, and it didn't cost him too much of his stack, but Simon Ian is back up into 3rd chip position. He's now got 8,800 chips, and he's right back in this game. It's going to become a pain to these other players, I tell you. Blinds 300, 600. Willie Tan is the one that's under pressure now. He's down to 4,200, just 7 times the big blind.
Pass. Pass.
Ram Vaswani from the button. He's moved all in. Quick call by Lothar Landauer. Vaswani's only got jack high.
Lothar call. Simon
Vaswani has made a standard move, Simon, and just ran into a very big hand. Landauer waking up with the ladies.
Well, he just had the blinds behind him, Jesse. I mean, wanted to pick up those extra 900 chips.
Up comes 8, 5,
No help.
King.
Jack,
Right.
a 9 or a straightening card to improve his
Okay.
draw.
Is a jack.
That's a little bit of help.
Anthony,
5 outs now.
sorry, Raymond
Any
needs
jack,
another
any
check
9,
for a 9
and the
for
crazy
second
horse
pair.
will have pulled a horse out the
Pair
hoof.
cards. And it's a 10.
Well, Ram Vaswani was like a poet in the early stages of this tournament, just cruising. But the cards dried up, the luck went dead, he ran into a big hand and is out in 5th.
Oh, Ram, just a case of right move, wrong time?
Well, I mean, you know, I was low stack and, you know, I mean, I'm not going to hang about. You know, I want to try and get it back into the game when I got low chips. It was the wrong time, but, you know, I got away with one of them before with the 8-4 and served me right, I guess.
40,000 in tournament chips on this table, and Lothar Landauer from Germany has over half of them. The other 3 slung out below, and the blinds are now pretty much grip or rip it. There's 3 legends of poker at this table, and one player who's not even old enough to pull up his chair.
Raise to 4,000.
Simon Ian has made a fine performance for himself.
Pass.
Willie's going to take his chance here, Jesse.
Call all in.
Hard to believe he's got
Pass.
better than ace-queen. He does! This is huge for Tan. Willie has not caught a break all night long. If he can double up here, it'll be game on. And this could be the first crack for Lothar Landauer. Well, these cards played themselves pretty much, Simon.
Yeah, short-handed. These are 2 huge hands, Jesse. Ace-king against ace-queen. Can Willie Tan survive?
Well, if he can, there's 7,800 in the pot. He'll be well in this. There's an ace.
3, 3, 8.
That hasn't changed much, though an ace or a 3 would make it a split pot. Landauer still looking for the queen.
10.
No help there. 1 card to come.
7.
Thank goodness.
Willie.
Kicker plays. Big slick.
Well, at last, Willie Tan got it in with the best hand, and at 7,800, really he can breathe a sigh of relief and start to play real poker. Yeah, from being the most aggressive player in the heat, Simon Ian has tightened right up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this has been one of the revelations about Simon Ian, is that he has had the ability to change gears when it's warranted.
Pass.
You pass every hand now, so what's wrong?
And Willie's noticed
Willie's
it as
noticed,
well.
yeah.
Pass.
OD in the small blind. There's 1,200 out there if he wants it. He's got a bullet. Surely that's all in.
Raise all in.
How much do you have?
Oh,
Lotus going to call this, Jesse.
oh, this is unlucky for Donica.
He's definitely going to call.
5,200.
Yes.
Donica OD has run into a buzzsaw here. Hard to imagine Landauer passing this down. It is 5 grand.
Shall I tell you why he's thinking? Because he lost that pot to Willie Tan. That's the only thing stopping him calling instantly. But he's going to call. He's made the right call, Lothar Landauer. Donica O'Day needs to hit a 2.
Yeah, Donica knowing exactly what the story is. The kicker deuce is no
Ace-9
good, and this is
diamonds.
OD's last stand.
Donica's all-in hand is ace deuce.
I got away with one of those.
Any deuce.
6, 5, ace.
And there's a couple of split pots out there. Need some
Little
very
10
high
front.
cards, though,
Nine.
and a board to pair.
He could do with a spade on the turn.
Or a spade,
Well, he's caught the
7.
spade on the turn.
Yeah. Any spade.
3 spades on the board.
Or a
Donica has
deuce.
Ace of spade. Donica needs a deuce or a spade.
That's the draw for
Let's see the last
OD.
card.
3 to 1 against here.
And it's
Deuce
another
and
ace
a
of
spade. He hit it both ways.
Donica doubles up.
Talk about timing.
All of a sudden, Landauer showing some cracks. He's starting to get unlucky. Everything but going his way, Simon.
That is really going to knock him off his game. Having had 22,000 chips, he's lost 2 big pots, virtually back to back. And he, even though he's still chip leader, is going to start feeling the pressure.
The perfect ace.
And all of the sudden, it's sky high in the pie time. Lines of 500 and 1,000, Simon. But it's hard to see how the action can get even more aggressive. Although for Willie Tan, he's going to start thinking about automatic all-ins.
Yeah, and here's the first one. Willie all in for 4,200, making a decision for Donica OD.